Right, so just a quick update. It's been a while since I've done any videos on the yellow car. Now, it's been 3 years. It's been 3 years since these recycled batteries, these recycled laptop cells have been sitting in the car. I haven't had to touch them until now. However, some of these have actually... I've been having trouble yesterday. I was driving and the voltage was just sinking from 49 volts down to 43 volts. And so I was just giving that a little... I had to go to Tesco's to charge up quickly to get enough charge to come back. And so I came back, I pulled the seats off, had a word with Billy because he reckons it was dead packs. So I had a look, pulled everything out, separated everything, come out and had a look today, and 4 of the packs are below voltage. So there must be something going on in them, whether it's a dead BMS on the ones that are showing 1 volt, or the cells are just gone. One of them shows 42 volts, so that's definitely a row of cells that are out. So that one perhaps might be able to be repaired, but I don't think I'm going to have any more made up. I'm going to keep these packs going until they all die out. But there we go. So that's 3 years with these recycled laptop cells, which isn't bad actually, to be honest. I've still got a lot more going out of these ones. They're not going to go just yet, so I'll probably get 4 years out of these packs, which works out at about maybe £1,000 a year, which definitely saves you over fuel. However, these aren't going to be gone completely. I'm sure some of the batteries can be recycled out of the packs that are dead, and can be rebuilt into another single pack or something. But I've only lost 4 packs, and I could have them repaired, or I could let them go. So it's not a huge problem, to be honest. But yeah, as you can see, that is the update. I'm just in the middle of changing these batteries over. Now, in terms of range, I think I'll only lose about 30 miles range out of the 150 that I was able to get before. So that's not a huge loss of range either. So yeah, it's not bad at all, is it? It's not bad at all. So this car has done me for quite a while, and I think the only thing that I'll do is, like, the thing is, these battery packs, not all of them are going to be dead by the time I change them over or by the time I get another car. So all of this is going to be used as a mobile battery bank anyway. So when I'm done with using them in the G-Wiz, the ones that are still working are going to be used for something else. And you can see the dead ones over there. They just need to be pulled apart and had a look at and see exactly what's going on inside them. I might do that at some point, or I might send them back to Billy. We'll see. But yeah, so that's that, guys. That's that. That is the update after 3 years of daily use. I've only just had to take out those 4 packs of recycled cells, so that's not bad going for what I built this car, for how I built this car and how far it's gone. And that is a quick fix. It is a quick fix, as long as I mean, if I wanted to, I could get another bunch of recycled laptop cells, pull apart those, see which ones are working, see which ones are not, and repair them. So it's a pretty easy job. So yeah, it took me half an hour to pull off the seats and check these out. So the way that I've built this is pretty streamlined. I could pull all these packs out and put another set in, no problem. So yeah, that's that for now. And yeah, just a quick update after a while on this car, because I'm sure a lot of you would be interested to know if it's still running, because I haven't updated it. I haven't updated the feed for a while, and yep, as you can see, it's still running. It's just gone through its MOT for the 3rd time. No advisories, no problems. There's hardly anything to check on this car. So the batteries are literally the only maintenance. Like, the brakes are still good. There's been nothing gone wrong with it whatsoever in the last 3 years of driving it. It's been a very trouble-free car. So yeah, that's it, guys, and if anything changes, I'll keep you updated. I just wanted to also add, but as you can see with the reliability and longevity this car has had, it is a well worth investment if you just want something cheap. The little G-Wizes are fantastic little cars, and I will be working on this one still. I'm just waiting for Paul to get back to me with the inverter fixed. So this project isn't over. This is kind of like my next project on the G-Wizes, that upgraded motor and the faster speed. But no, this is it, guys. This is 3 years, still going strong. The only thing that needs doing is a bit of maintenance on the batteries after 3 years. 3 years of doing absolutely nothing to the car. So I would say that's pretty good going, wouldn't you? So I've been having a bit of trouble. I pulled it out, I went for a ride, and I'm still pulling down from 51.3 down to, gosh, about 46 on boost, which it did not do that before. And when you put on regen, it goes up more volts than I realised. So there's something going on somewhere. For some reason it's pulling one hell of a lot out the batteries. So maybe the batteries are all on their way out, I don't know, but it's pulling a whole lot more volts. It goes from 51.4 right down to 46 volts, which it shouldn't do, not with just 4 batteries missing. So there is something else going on somewhere in the system. Maybe it's a bad joint, I do not know. But I've got this voltage meter plugged straight into the wiring, so I don't know, the only place it could have a weak connection is in the junction boxes, because that's the only thing they connect to. But no, that's still, no, that doesn't make sense, because where I've got the wires plugged into is plugged into the main array, which is hooked up to all the other batteries. So I think there might be there might still be more weak batteries, or all the batteries are suffering. I can't seem to run without them dropping down to 46 volts, which isn't very reliable for longer journeys, so I need to figure this out. You can see for such a short journey I've already lost a bunch of capacity as well. So all the other cells, the other thing I don't quite understand is all the other cells were reading at 51.4 and 2 were at 51.8, so they were actually at decent capacities. So I don't know how it works once a battery fails on lithium. Does it drop more volts because it's got less capacity in the whole battery, or I don't know, but it's like it's suddenly happened, and maybe the cold weather's done it, I don't know. It just happened with the cold weather, and yeah, so I'll have to see. A few of those batteries are definitely dead. Those ones just out there, they're definitely dead. But with these other ones under the seats, I don't know, maybe there's more of them that are on their way out. I have put these batteries through quite a few miles, to be honest. I've done a lot of travelling with these recycled cells, so maybe they are just at the end of their life, because that's 3 years. That's 3 years for recycled cells. So yeah, we'll have to see. Right, so as the main problem that I'm having here is when I went for a drive, as you can see, the voltage was still dropping severely. So what I've done is charged it up to 54.6. I've charged it right up, and then I'm going to unplug all of these batteries again and let them sit, and we will see if there's any significant voltage difference in any of these cells, and then that should tell us. It did charge up quicker. It did charge up a whole lot quicker than what I expected it to do, which means that I think only a few of the cells are actually charging. So we're going to pull this apart again and see which cells are holding charge, and if there's any drop in any of the other cells, and see if we can figure out exactly what's going on. But yeah, so that's the next plan, and we shall see if there is any difference. Right, so as you can see, some of these cells, as soon as I pulled them off charge, they're dropping to 53.5. The rest are holding at 54.5, 54.4, 54.5, 54.4. There's one at the back there that was at 53 as well. So I'm going to pull these ones out instead, I suppose. I think those are the issue. Now the other thing is whether they're just imbalanced. So what I might try and do is charge them up individually, those other ones, and see if I can get them to come up to the voltage and hold at the voltage, just in case those cells are actually still decent, but they're just slightly out of balance. But given that they are like this, I am certain those are the faulty ones. So let's have a little look and see if I can repair that. But it looks like most of the, I think half the pack's okay. half the pack's okay. So let's have a look, see if I can charge some of these up and go from there. So bad news, I am afraid. I charged all the batteries up, they seem to be holding the voltage, but when I went to plug the connectors in, the capacitor drained. There was 10 that seemed to be holding their voltage overnight, and then I plugged the capacitor in, and well, you know, the capacitor charge when you first plug the G-Wiz in, and it drained 5 of them to nothing in one go. One of these packs, and there's another pack in that I've put away which was dropping below 54 volts, so that's why I took them out, which leaves only 3 good packs, so that's not enough to drive the car, sadly. The only way to solve this is to pull all of the packs apart, get all the tools and equipment, and kind of fix all the batteries, like take the cells out that are working, take the ones out that are not working, and rebuild the whole packs. So that's quite a big job, and I don't think that's something that I have the skill set to do. I'm sure I can learn it, and I probably will over time, but it's not something I can do quick enough to get a car on the road, so I don't quite know what I'm going to do. I don't know quite what I'm going to do. Because I do need a car. The yellow Gwiz is still off the road because I'm waiting for Paul to finish the inverter. But maybe that might be the option instead, is to get him to finish the inverter quicker so I can get a car on the road. And give me time to work on this. So unfortunately, the silver G-Wiz is dead for now. That was just nearly 3 years of use with the recycled laptop cells, which worked out at around, it worked out about the same price as blooming driving a petrol or diesel, so it's not like I lost out on anything too much. But the batteries sadly didn't last longer than I'd hoped they would. But no, I'm just going to have a look at this, have a think about it, see which direction I'm going to take with this. I may even decide to get the Mercedes Tesla cells, or I may decide to just get rid of this car entirely. And now that prices are cheaper on certain electric cars, I might just reinvest and keep the yellow car as my little toy project for the G-Wizes. So I'll have to give that some thought. And yeah, see where this goes. So that's it for now. That is a sad update to it nearly 3 years later from when I started doing the videos on this bunch of batteries. But yeah, so sadly the batteries, most of them are dead and they need some work. They're salvageable, but as long as I had the tools and the skills to do it. So I may have to try and invest in a decent spot welder and see if I can indeed test them all, pull them apart and do the work myself. And if I can, I should be able to salvage and get at least half the packs going again, and that would be enough to drive the car. So yeah, we shall see. I will keep you updated, and that's it for now, folks. Sad turn on the G-Wiz journey.